I want to share with you my number 2 altcoin pick at the current prices with where we're at in the greater crypto cycle. Now, like most undervalued projects, there are people running around saying this project is dead. They couldn't be more wrong, particularly in this case. However, they are also running around saying the token price has done nothing but go down for 3 years. Overall, they're not wrong on this point, but they are absolutely wrong on what they are inferring with it. Now, they're inferring that because it has just been going down for 3 years, it is going to just keep going down. This is a flawed argument that I see made over and over by people who are new to investing. Crypto space is no different. Many of the people making those arguments have 3 months to at most 3 years of actual crypto investing. They're basically new and they think they know something. But before we talk about this specific pick, I do want to step back and share with you a story. My mentor in real estate investment was worth a couple $100 million through real estate investment. Whenever he was looking at a new market to potentially invest in, he would do some research, but then he would fly out there. You see, he had a secret way to tell if things were really good. Now, this very important secret for him to really tell if the market was good or not, he would fly in and he would go to get his haircut at a hair salon and would sometimes even go to several of them. There he would engage the stylists in a conversation about whether real estate was good or bad in that market. Now, if the general sentiment was real estate is great, everyone is making money, and they're talking about all their friends buying these investment homes and how everyone's doing so good, well, that told him something critical, and he would pack up his bags and leave. However, if the general sentiment was real estate is absolutely terrible, everyone is getting wrecked in it, it's so horrible, this was exactly what he was looking to hear. He would then extend his stay further, research, and pick out some very specific properties in that market. Now, what is interesting about this is the idea that when general sentiment is terrible, that was the exact situation he was looking for. Seems contrary to what most people do, right? Most people who are newer to investing, even some with 3 or 4 or 5 years experience, they still think this way. They have not learned this most important critical lesson about how to buy low, and that's why their results aren't very good. Now, do you remember a few months back, Solana was being talked about on just about every major crypto channel. And the question was on those channels, how much Jupiter token were you buying? Because Jupiter was the big exchange being used on Solana that had recently launched. Well, everyone was talking about it. And wouldn't you know that that was the peak of Jupiter's price, not the low for it? You see, most people do pretty poorly in investing in general, and crypto is no different. In fact, the results are augmented. They want to buy something that everyone is talking about, or in other words, they want to be able to buy it high and hope that it goes higher. It often doesn't work out very well for them. They haven't yet learned the greater lesson of buying something when everyone is saying it is terrible, but then using research to confirm that the fundamentals are strong and being able to make a smart, logical buying decision despite so much emotional bearishness by the greater crypto masses who are frankly new to investing and they don't know what they're doing. With that said, my number 2 altcoin pick is the OMI token. But Rain, many will say, the team is behind on this. The team didn't do XYZ. Oh my gosh, delays. I'm so frustrated. Yes, many of those same people are also dismissing all of the major bullish accomplishments that this project, which totally dominates and leads in the digital collectible space, that they've done. And it is impressive. Now, I first invested in this project during their pre-sale of 2018. And if you had told me back then that you were a time traveler from the future, and in 2024, this project would have very high quality, augmented reality collectibles with Marvel, Star Wars, Batman, other DC comic stuff, manga, and exclusive with Marvel comics for digital versions of those comics, I wouldn't have believed you. Yet, that is exactly where they are. And still, there are many more sellers out there than there are buyers for this token right now. Now, this is precisely what buying low looks like. And yet, so many people will totally pass up this opportunity because they're just new and they fundamentally cannot do the right things to buy low. Remember that 90% of people do mediocre to poorly in crypto investing because they don't understand this one principle. They literally cannot buy low. And you will see this pattern over and over again as you have more time in the crypto space and in any investment space. Now, I'm not telling you to buy OMI. No, I'm telling you that it is my number 2 pick. It is the only coin that if I were to consider going all in on, and I was forced to only have one pick, and I couldn't diversify at all, OMI would be my pick. Now, should you do that? I don't think anyone should go all in on just one token. And remember, I'm not here to tell you what to do. I am here to share with you what I am doing and what I like, and more importantly, why I like the projects I like. Now, my goal with this channel is to teach that select few number of people that come into the crypto space that can actually think differently. And I'm sharing with you how to think differently and therefore have very different results. Now, I've made millions over the past 7 years in crypto. I like to look for investments where I feel the odds are stacked in my favor, and I use research to try to vet that out so that number one, I can win more often than I lose. And when I win, my investments go 30x to 400x. Now, I am completely invested in these projects that I'm talking about on my channel. And if they all go bust, well, then my portfolio goes bust too. So I'm not telling you to take these same risks. That is on you. These are just the risks I am taking, and I'm sharing with you why. Now, the coming 12 months is what I have been waiting for since 2021. We had a long, boring bear market, and that's just how they go. We started to have a Bitcoin rally really take off, going from 14K all the way up to 74K. And now it's taking some steps back while preparing for the next leg up. Barring some huge world catastrophe, I don't see why we don't have another crazy blow off top bull run in the coming 4 to 18 months. And that is exactly why I am invested for now so heavily in crypto and waiting, because I feel the odds are massively stacked towards that happening once again. Now, more on why OMI is my number 2 pick. Digital collectibles is a huge narrative made possible by cryptographic encryption coupled with blockchain. In other words, it wasn't really possible in the same way prior to the invention of crypto and later smart contracts. In many ways, digital collectibles are superior to physical collectibles, and this huge industry of the future is still in its infancy. And Ecomi with their VV app is so far totally crushing the competition. Though, as often happens with crypto, sometimes token price does not correlate well at all with the project's success. At least it doesn't correlate until all of a sudden it does. But this non-correlation with the price being massively punished, that doesn't last for forever. Because crypto tends to run in narratives, and a strong company within a narrative that is completely out of the main focus will often be massively undervalued, at least until the crypto space then focuses on that narrative. And at that point, the price often goes crazy. Now, funny enough, that is when some of you watching this video will then jump in. after having missed the disastrously, amazingly low prices that OMI has been at. Now, it is okay to make wrong moves. That's how we learn. But it is not okay to make wrong moves and not learn from them. Another major factor, and what I love about Akomi, is the co-founder, David Yu. He is completely passionate about collectibles. And I can't think of a more perfect person to lead the #1 company in this narrative. He is trusted by major brands, loved by this community, and such an incredible man and person. A lot of times when I'm investing in the teams behind the company, not just the narrative, but who is that team? And I really like David Yu, and I think he is the right man to make his vision happen of making Akomi Vivi the #1 digital collectibles app in the world. Another factor I like about the OMI token is that additional utility is being developed for the token. Now, I did learn a very valuable lesson in 2021 that I need to share with you, because utility for a token isn't near as critical as I once believed it was. All that really has to happen for a token to really run up is that the narrative of the project that it is in has to run. And the token can do incredible things even if there is little to no utility for that token. Yet, utility is a great thing and can augment how well something can do. And OMI utility is coming. Now, is it going to be here tomorrow? Actually, it is here now, but in small ways. Those are going to grow in the coming months and years. I suspect OMI is going to have a wild ride, and those of us massively on the OMI train will too. Stay tuned for my top massively undervalued altcoin pick. Love this one a lot. It's riskier than OMI. Has a bigger potential upside too. Now, for those that stayed here, I have a special offer for you. I created a course called What Successful Blockchain Investors Do Right. And for the first 500 people, you can get the course for free if you use my code. Now, to get the code, you need to go to my Instagram and find The Real Crypto Rain. So this is what it looks like. The Real Crypto Rain. And DM me the words Rainmaker. And then I will send you a code for you to get the course. Now, the link to that course is below in the video, and you will see that it costs $199. But if you use that code, you will get it absolutely free as long as all the codes haven't been used up yet. All right. I'm excited to have you along with this journey. It's going to be a wild ride. Don't let the bearishness of the general market get you down. Don't let the bearishness of people who are new to the space that do not know what they're doing yet get you down. Smart money is buying massively on the good projects that are massively undervalued. And I suspect you're here because you're learning how to use your money smartly. Thanks so much, everyone. We will see you in the next video.